interesting thing happened on Fox News the other day. They came back from break, and Sean Hannity was actually doing something that he apparently does all the time, and it was being real. First of all, Sean Hannity being real is already breaking news. So let's go to the clip, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Now our villain of the day, Adam Schiff, Eric Swalwell.
That's just awesome. So if you caught us coming back from a break, we'd look just like this. I think I might like break Sean Hannity more than I like on-air Sean Hannity. Of course, what America really wants to know is what's he vaping. That I really, really want to know. But I think he's mainly embarrassed because he looked like the penguin there. Like, oh, I tell you, okay, here's what's coming up next with Adam Schiff. Right. I love the panic too. There's nothing better than this. All right, David, what's your sense of what Darth Vapor was up to?
Well, first of all, I thought he was a contacts guy, not a reading glasses guy. So that was sort of surprising. So the gig is up on that. And the idea, Sean Hannity has been around broadcasting so long. He must have had plenty of experiences, as we all have, of, you have a technical problem. The IFB doesn't work. The producer forgets to cue you, or they cue you early and suddenly you're on air. That's why they always say, back in journalism school, 15, 20 seconds before the little light's supposed to come on, maybe you just want to be ready for anything. So I'm sure he's had this happen before. Why is he so, I'm not surprised that it happened. I'm surprised that he seemed to get so upset about it. I mean.
Yeah, that's right. It's to me, it's like, okay, you were human for a second. You'll be all right, dog.
Yeah, to me, this is Hannity hamming it up. He's a professional wrestler. That's what he is. He's playing the heel, so to speak. He's no different than a Bam Bam Bigelow or a King Kong Bundy for my old school WWE fans out there. And I'll never forget. I'll never forget watching a Jon Stewart interview where he talked about meeting Hannity for the first time. Like they were at some convention or something, and Hannity was being really gracious to him, like, "Hey, man," he's tapping him on the shoulder, like, "It's just an act. We're just having fun, right? Like, we're just playing characters. None of this stuff is real." Like, to Hannity, it's all performance. The whole thing is just one long, like you said, he's a method actor. He never stops performing, but it is a performance. He's conscious of what he's doing. He's good at understanding that little wink and nod to the camera. He's an actor, excuse me. He knows what he's doing.
All right. Well, then Method Man wound up talking to Laura Ingraham about it as they were doing the transition to their program. So they decided, okay, well that was a little too red-handed. Let's play it off. Let's joke around about it. Okay, that's good thinking. Let's see how it turned out.
Laura Ingraham, sorry I took your time.
Oh wait, am I on camera right now?
Yeah, I know.
Hi.
I didn't know. I'm sure we'll make the headline somewhere tomorrow.
Hannity. I mean, those little moments are cute. Those are in the forever reel of the real Hannity. Like we want to know you.
I made bar stools with my Jewel one day, e-cig, and my son calls me and he goes, "Dad, that's so cool. You made bar stools." My daughter calls and says, "Dad, that's humiliating."
Well,
can't please everybody.
The real Sean Hannity. It was an awesome show, Sean.
Oh, thank God. All right. Enjoy it. Everybody at my expense. I have a good sense of humor. I can handle it.
I'm getting back to my water here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he enjoyed it. I like that they try to play it off, and they're not. Look, nobody on the right is funny, so that was as good as it gets with Laura Ingraham. Like, oh, was I drinking water? You see how I was making fun of the situation, Sean? I do. Okay, right? Like, all right, but at least they were like half human there.
Yeah, semi-human.
A little disturbing though, for a lot of people who don't know that Sean Hannity has kids, to think, oh my God, this guy has reproduced. I mean, who would want to do that with him? So there's that element to the story as well. But
well, on that front, they probably think the same of us. Let's keep it real.
Indeed.
And also, it must be nice to have a really rich dad. Sean Hannity is filthy freaking rich. So
well,
that's nice.
Is there any chance that that's pot?
Wow.
Yeah, I think there's a chance. Absolutely. I can see Sean Hannity getting down and partying for sure. I could.
Well, I was going to say it'd be hard to remember his talking points if he's doing it in every break. On the other hand, he's got a prompter, so he doesn't really have to remember.
Yeah. I could see him getting down, but that's more than likely that's just a regular e-cigarette. But Sean Hannity, I would imagine, is decent at parties. Definitely better than, Bill O'Reilly, who just seems like the biggest freaking stick in the mud that ever was, But Sean Hannity, I could see him getting down on the dance floor, having a good time, chugging some beers.
Full disclosure, I mean, I was at Fox News for the first 5 years from 96 to about 2002. And I remember playing pool and having beers with Sean Hannity at some event in New York. And he was a gem. He was funny. He was kind. He was outgoing. He was engaging. And even back then, he would sort of joke about his on-air persona, whereas Bill O'Reilly would sort of sit in the corner if he came at all and would just sort of be a curmudgeon. So, yeah, you're right. Sean Hannity is sort of a nice, fun guy. It's just, I wish, I don't know, that sort of human side of him was actually
he's
a greater part of his
huge
TV
freaking sellout, of course. Right. But I'm sure he's nice to his kids.
Yeah, I'll say one
even right wingers are nice to their kids, Cenk.
Of course. No, I'm sure he's totally great to his kids. I'm serious. I don't know if they smoke together. I'm kidding. But no, seriously, look, the problem with people like Sean Hannity is that is one that's similar to the problem that the right wing has overall, which is they do have empathy just for a really tight circle around themselves. And for some of them, that circle is so tight, it's just them. Okay, so that's Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump maybe extends to Ivanka, and that is about it, right? No empathy for anyone. But if it happens to him, he's like, whoa, what, Skittle, what happened, right? And so Sean Hannity's, by all accounts, nice to the people around him, but they just circle the wagons. And so if you're an inch outside those wagons, then he brings out the penguin, right? And he's like, lock him up in cages, I say. Yeah, that's it, right? But he wouldn't do that to anyone he knows, and that's the problem, the lack of empathy that the right wing has.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.